Good morning, Pooja. Thank you for joining in today's interview. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
Doing good as well. Thank you for asking. So, before we proceed, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Yes, sure. Good morning, Dee. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to express myself. My name is Pooja Arun Mandavkar. I have completed BE from Yeshwantrao Chauhan College of Engineering. From there, I got placed in Rani Holdings. Uh, for around 1 year, I worked there, and I have gained interest in the BI field. So I learned Tableau, and then I got placed at Codify Software Services. There I was working as a project leader, and I was making visually appearing dashboard for various projects. Uh, I I have sound knowledge of data extraction, blending, complex data blending, and uh, giving many BI solutions to them using many story points. Uh, and I have done various projects on prototype based projects and analytical based projects also. Uh, uh, and yes, I believe that my major focus was to satisfy my customer, and so I was focused at giving attention to details and on any of my projects.
Okay, thank you very much. So, as you were describing your profile, you mentioned that you had 1 year of experience and then you switched to Codify, right?
Yes,
So, and you were working you got hired as a project leader, right?
yes.
So, with 1 year of experience, how can you lead a team?
Actually, as a Tableau developer, I joined, and then when the project was given, I got the experience.
So initially you joined as a Tableau developer.
Tableau developer
Right now your position, you are working as a project
as a
leader.
project leader.
Okay. So you also mentioned that you have got sound knowledge on
Data.
creating repositories like complex data blending. So can you tell me that when we blend data in Tableau, do you means are you able to publish those blended repositories?
Blending means the data source is different. Two data sources are different. So yes, we can publish.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever published a blended data source?
Uh, so actually, we got the data sources, and uh,
Mhm.
I have not published it.
So you have not published it. So if I have to ask you that I have a requirement wherein you will have to publish a blended data source, is it possible?
Uh, yes, means the data source should be one only because the it will affect the performance.
No, no, I'm asking about blending, right? Data source one or two, that doesn't matter. But once you blend the data, will you be able to publish the data source?
Yes, we can publish.
Okay. You can try and check whether you are able to publish or not. Uh, so we have cross database join as well. What will you go for? Will you go for a blend or will you go for a cross database join? And why?
Um, so not blending might affect the performance. We can go for relationship or join.
No, my question is different. Blending, I'm not asking about performance. I'm asking, you know what is cross database join?
So cross data, I know about relationship joins and blending.
So in joins, we have a category like cross database join. Are you aware of that concept?
Uh, no.
Okay, fine. So can you tell me what's the advantage of blending over relationship?
Um, so in relationship, the data source is uh, we can in blending the data source is not affected. It is in physical form. It's and in relationship it is changing.
Changing as in how it is affected, how a data source gets affected.
So like uh, it will not remain in its original form. The data source.
Give me an example. Your answers are not up to the mark, means I'm not able to understand what's the meaning of what you are saying.
So in blending, like if we are getting the data from Excel or SQL, and it will remain it is means the original form it will not change in blending.
What is the original form? XLX file and SQL file, right?
Yes.
So in relationship, those files will get changed. XLS will become something different.
But when we will the original file it might change in relationship, the physical form of the file.
How the physical form getting it? That is what I'm asking you. That suppose if you are creating a relationship, then how the physical form is getting changed? What is the physical form? Means I'm not able to get that.
So the data in that,
Data
the
gets
rows and
changed.
columns.
Rows and columns will get changed. Oh, okay, not a problem. I think you can explore that later. Uh, talking about schemas, uh, have you worked on any particular schema?
Mm, the schema is a container where we work the database.
No, schemas are different, right? What is schema in database?
Like the dashboards where we put it will act as a container everything.
No, that is containers and objects in Tableau dashboards are different. I'm asking about the database
Like
schema.
the workbooks, the content dashboards we will keep in one schema.
No, that is not called a schema. Okay, uh, not a problem. You have not heard about star schema, snowflake schema, galaxy schemas. You have not heard.
I've not explored that.
You have not explored it. Okay, no problem. You can explore that later. What are the different types of facts you have used in database while creating your repository?
So pardon,
Different types of facts you have used.
stack.
Facts, FACTS, facts. Fact table, dimension tables, so the types of facts.
um,
Okay, no,
not,
not a problem. I've understood. Um, coming to your knowledge in SQL, how many years of experience do you have?
so almost 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years of experience you have in SQL. And if I have to ask you to rate yourself out of 5, how much will you rate?
Mm, 3.5.
3.5. Okay. Do you know what is denormalization?
So the normalization I know, denormalization I know them. Like 1S, 2S, 3S normalization.
But what is denormalization? If you know normalization, then definitely you should know denormalization. How it can be that you don't know denormalization? Have you just memorized few answers like normalization and its types?
So I have read about it.
Okay, no problem. What's the difference between drop and truncate?
Mm, so in drop, the every means the table is the all the data is deleted, and in truncate the structure remains and the data is deleted. In drop, the structure also is deleted.
What do you mean by structure?
Uh, so the table portion.
Give me an example.
Can I see? Means, we cannot retrieve it back in drop
In drop, you cannot retrieve what?
the data.
You cannot retrieve the data. Why?
It will permanently deleted.
Well, that I've understood. It gets permanently deleted, but that doesn't happen in truncate. What
Yes.
gets deleted together with the data? Why is it possible to retrieve in truncate and not in draw? Does it
So
store
sometimes,
something in the memory?
sometimes we might, for the temporary purpose, it is deleted, and if we want, we can retrieve it.
So for temporary purpose, that means it is storing something in the memory. Are you aware of that? Okay. Uh, what is non-clustered index?
Cluster and non-cluster.
Okay, not a
Um,
problem. Uh, so I'll give you one scenario in SQL. Okay. And it will be like finding the highest salary from a table, but it will be like an user input. The user would be giving an input like, I want to find the third highest salary. So the third highest salary will come. If the user change and the user wants, I want to get the 10th highest salary. So that salary will come. Will you be able to write a query? So basically, you have to write a query to find the nth highest salary from a table. Do you have Notepad installed in your laptop?
yes.
So I'll make it simple. You try to find out the third highest salary from a table.
Give me a second.
Yeah, please share your screen. So the question is find the third highest salary from your employee table. No need to create a table. Imagine that the table is there. You have table with records and everything. Just go directly with the query.
So then no need to write select under.
Yeah, you just need to write the select statement. So imagine a fictitious table EMP. Give the EMP as EMP table.
So using limit,
Sorry,
uh,
EMP table is there. You have to find out the third highest salary from the employee table.
using limit, we can.
How will you use it? Means I do not want some keywords. I want the query. How will you write it? What will be the syntax? What is the logic?
I'm not able to type.
Okay, not a problem. You can stop sharing your screen. Okay. So coming to your knowledge of Tableau, can you explain your last project that you worked?
Yes, it was of finance domain, and it was a bank exit customer, like
Mhm,
the attrition rate in the how we can reduce the attrition rate in the bank.
mhm,
So we have created visually appearing dashboards, and some KPIs were created in that,
mhm.
and based on various charts, we have came to a conclusion that which factors might affect the attrition rate of the employees in the bank.
So what were the KPIs?
Like the KPIs were the total customers present in the bank, and the exit customer, the retained customer, and which age group of customer might be for.
And in Tableau, how did you achieve all those KPIs? What type of visualizations have you created for that?
Like we have assigned filters, and we have created different charts like total customer, total customer, exit customer by age.
I'm not able to understand. Means what type of charts you have created and how have you utilized Tableau for that visualization? Why have you gone for that chart selection? How it is helping the end user? So explain me in depth about your project that you have worked on.
Mm.
Okay, it's fine. Can you tell me the order of operation of filters in Tableau?
So the order of operation, first context filter is there, and
Context filters first. Okay, then
data source filter,
okay.
uh, and then dimension filters, measure filters.
Where is extract filter?
So the extract filter is first.
Then where is context filter?
After that,
Extract filter, then context filter. Okay. So what's the difference between a context filter and a data source filter?
the context filter, the data source filter, that within the data, the filters we apply.
Data source filter is applied on the data. Every filter is getting applied on the data itself. Extract is also getting applied on the data, right? Any filter that we put, it will communicate with the data. And what's the difference between a data source filter or an extract filter and a context filter? Why three bifurcations has been given by Tableau? If everyone is doing the same thing, then what's the difference between these two, these three?
So extract filter comes at the extract level.
Extract level. What is extract level?
Like when we are extracting the data, that filter is applied.
Okay. What happens in data source? We are not extracting the data.
So this, actually, I have read,
No problem. I
but I
think you're
have not
getting
applied.
confused. Okay. Um, you might have seen while you were using the calculated fields that there is an error that comes up. Aggregation and non-aggregation. Cannot mix aggregate and non-aggregate. Why do you think this error comes up and how do you resolve those issues?
So aggregate functions like min, max, uh,
Aggregate functions and any aggregations that you are doing, right?
Yeah, some
average, whatever aggregation. But when you try to mix aggregation with non-aggregation, what is this error? Do you know this error? When does this error occur? It's a very common thing. Means as Tableau developer, this you will every day you will face this error. No? Okay. So my final question will be: suppose there is a Tableau report that's been published on the server. Okay. I have published a report onto the server, and now there is some enhancements that are required to be done. Okay. And it's an embedded data source that I published onto the server. Now I have asked you that, Pooja, I have some enhancements. You have to take that report from the server and work. And you have to make some changes in the data source. Okay, so the enhancements are on the data source level, not on the Tableau level. Okay, you do not have to change anything on the visualization side. You have to change in the data source. Maybe some query edits are there that are required to be done. How will you do that?
So like when some files, the Tableau in TWX or TWB, like file come to us, and then
I
we
have
have to make
uploaded
it.
something onto the server, and from the server, you have to take it and do whatever you want to do. Whether it is TWB, TDS, or TWBX, it's depends. It's an embedded data source that I'm saying. So it will be a TWBX file when you will download it. After that, how will you make changes in the data source? What will be your steps as a developer?
The data source also will come with the file. No?
It's embedded. I've told you thrice, I guess. It's an embedded data source. No? Okay, not a problem. I think I'm done with the round. Do you have any questions before we start with the feedback session? Okay. Thank you very much, Pooja, for joining in. We will start with the feedback. Please have a glass of water if you want to have. Okay.